Hello and welcome back to my channel. We just tried to do a live stream, but apparently YouTube is down, so we thought we will still get a video out tonight and just do it pre-recorded. It will still be very chatty and informal. There's no actual intro. Not that my intros are very formal anyway. And we both got dogs.
We both have dogs.
It's a very cosy atmosphere this evening.
It's quite calm though.
It's very calm.
Very calm. We had a long walk this morning and now it's very...
I think you wait, because there will be one of these dogs that will set off and then it will be chaos.
There'll be a small noise that just, then they go absolutely mental.
Yeah, there's a tortoise on the loose. There's a lot going on. But for now, well, there's a starving tortoise on the loose. But we thought we will have a look at my team. So it hasn't been a great week for me. Az has done well, which you've been very...
Well, I've done all right. You've done quite badly. I've done all right.
Yeah, I mean, before Haaland, the team, I was struggling to get to 30 points.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing. If we start off in goal, Areola, there's not too much to say. We've also my rank has now dropped. We're at 607,000. But I still think it was just poor decision making with my current team rather than having awful players. So I'm feeling quite optimistic still. My defence was an absolute disaster this game week. Burn, I didn't see getting a 0-pointer. Cash got really lucky.
It did.
Because Villa conceded to Luton just after Cash went off. So we banked the clean sheet point. I don't think I've ever had that much luck in FPL ever. So I think that's a win I'm happy with. That kind of makes up the rest of the defence. Then Destiny, don't ask me why. I just thought that he was going to play. Yeah. I felt really confident about it. I was hosting a Halloween party that evening and I didn't really give it too much thought. But if I was going to do a transfer, I did briefly discuss bringing in Gabriel instead. And then that would have been a disaster as well. So we've saved the transfer. We've got 2 free transfers going into Gameweek 11. Patience is key, my friends, even though this is devastating to look at.
I think it's been an interesting week because everyone's gone mad, like wildcarding to get in Watkins and Saka, who managed an assist between them. I mean, who saw that coming? And then, like, Spurs conceding in the last minute, no Gabriel, Newcastle, Trippier and Burn getting 0 points. Like, the defence has been... The only winners have been Cash owners and Simicast
big time
owners.
Simicast is a painful one because I did think about bringing him in, but I wouldn't have died. I gave Az some advice the other week. He said Simicast or Gabriel, and I said Gabriel's good long term.
I mean, it was good advice, but it was wrong.
So very wrong. Then the midfield, we're a little bit more positive. Gordon blanked, but I don't care. Like, I'm still going to play him. He's going to have an off week. He came in last week, got a goal. If this was the second week in a row where he blanked, I'd probably be rethinking him a bit, but players can have a week off. It's fine. Then Maddison got quite a lucky assist because it was an assist to an own goal.
Yep.
Bit concerned that I did take out Son instead of Maddison, but we'll get into the transfer chat shortly. Saka, I was expecting way more, and I'm glad I didn't do captaincy on Saka because one of my issues was I wasn't sure. Arsenal have got so many strong assets, I didn't know whether the goals were necessarily going to come from Saka. Turns out it was Nketiah, and Nketiah was the man of the week. What a transfer that would have been.
Praz got him. I've seen a few other people though that went for him. But I mean, like Andy, let's talk, when he was talking about Nketiah, went for Pedro, who didn't even play.
No.
Came off the bench, I know.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Yeah. And then Salah, I did put my captaincy on him and he managed to score, which was good news. But obviously, we'll come to Haaland. 2 goals and 1 assist. The week that everyone suddenly thinks, no, Ollie Watkins, Saka, Salah, any other option. And then Haaland does this to us, which is, I think we all deserve it, to be honest. We lost faith. We didn't captain him. It was making me feel very good about the upcoming game against Bournemouth. Is it Bournemouth they've got? Yeah, they've got Bournemouth next week. I think it's going to be a big one. I've still got the chat up from earlier. Rico Stevens said, always keep the faith in Haaland. And, I mean, wise words. Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I
nearly sold him this week.
Did you?
I nearly sold him because I knew I couldn't get Watkins and Saka in, and I wanted them both. And the only way to do it was Haaland to Watkins and Ward-Prowse to Saka. And that would have been an absolute disaster.
Can you imagine doing it? Oh, if you think you've struggled this season, I think you would have quit.
That would have been a bad one.
This is the issue with Haaland though. It's all or nothing. You're never going to get sort of like Ollie Watkins levels of an assist every single game week. It's either he's the main man, hat-trick, or he's going to blank. And it's kind of worth spending the 14 million on him for these huge game weeks. So I'm very relieved, and I'm excited to captain him next week. And I'm also excited for next week to not have the issue of who to captain.
Yeah, well, you say that, but
No.
Salah's got Luton.
Right.
It's not. I
This
think Haaland's the
game-
obvious choice, but it's not.
But if it's the obvious choice in FPL, it's the wrong one.
Well, exactly.
Because obviously we should have gone for
We
Nketiah.
keep going for the obvious choice, and it's wrong every time.
And then Watkins blanked, but I mean, give the man a week off. Come on.
No.
Let's not.
No.
Oh, you brought him in.
Let's not give him a week off. He has killed me every week for 9 weeks.
We should have brought him in sooner.
And I bring him in, and he blanks against Luton at home.
That is devastating.
Oh.
And then Solanke blanked, which I am so annoyed about. They scored 2 goals and he had no involvement in them. And I specifically wanted him for this Burnley game. So
That's unlucky.
really unfortunate. Coming to the main man, there's nothing to say about the bench apart from lovely, lovely John McGinn. I wasn't even upset that I benched him and I missed out on a goal and 7 points, which could have given me a green arrow. I don't know what my safety score was this game week. But I mean, this guy, we've got, again, I'm going to get the chat up because my regular viewers know the passion I have for McGinn. We've got Never Doubt McGinn, well said.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
no,
you did.
I don't care. I support him. Mentally, I was absolutely there. The thing is, I think going McGinn over Solanke was the obvious choice because the Luton fixture was delightful. But I specifically got Solanke for these 2 game weeks, and I love a plan. And we are not
They
deviating.
never work, but I love a plan.
Exactly. So yeah, Never Doubt McGinn. I'm really happy with him. I will definitely be starting him next week. And the good news is, as completely doubted John McGinn, and what did you? Oh, we've got some noises. As doubted John McGinn, and said that for the next 5 game weeks, for every attacking return McGinn gets, he'll donate £10 to a charity. So far, I matched your donation last week.
Yep.
You donated to Mind, and I donated to the MS Society. And then we took it to the chat, and we said, do you have any suggestions for a charity we should donate to?
I don't know how anyone heard it, considering the stream wasn't working.
It's
but
true. But Dave M said, both dog owners donate to Guide Dogs charity.
Yeah.
And it's true. The boys are present for the donation. So as we'll be making that donation this evening. So that's £30 to charity, thanks to John McGinn. Plus he's carrying Villa. Absolute icon.
And there's 2 more weeks to go. So any more returns he gets in the next 2 weeks, I'll also be donating again.
I mean, it's going to be happening. You're going to be £50 down. You're going to have helped so many charities, and John McGinn is a legend. So
John McGinn.
that takes us
What a
into
guy.
my transfer plans for the next game week.
I'm really interested to know what you're going to do this week. 'cause
I mean, who knows at this point, as I'm panicking. So I did toy with the idea that I might just roll a transfer.
Have you got 2?
Shock. 2 transfers.
You're going to roll 2 transfers?
Maybe.
But you've got...
Can we build up suspense?
Okay.
So this is the section where
Whoa!
we discuss... This is the section where we discuss the team as it is.
Okay.
And then I'll throw out some wild transfer ideas.
Sure.
So this is the team. We've got Burn Arsenal at home. Not the best fixture.
Yep.
We've got Cash Forest away. Considering how Forest played today, I was very surprised. I thought they were going to score. I didn't think they were going to win, but I didn't think they were going to lose that badly. And that's quite concerning as someone with a soft spot for Forest. However, having a defender against Forest is great. So we'll be playing Matty Cash. Gahey, Burnley away. I'm happy with that.
Yep.
Then the midfield, we've got Gordon, Arsenal at home. I'm a bit nervous, but I really like Gordon as a pick, so I'm going to throw him out there. Madison, Chelsea at home. I mean, Chelsea. What is there to say about Chelsea?
Well, you tell me, what is there to say about Chelsea?
I think the less said, the better at this point.
They were so good for like 20, 30 minutes, and then what happened? Just the wheels just come off so quickly.
What was that stat you found that Brentford have won more games at Stamford Bridge?
This is April than Chelsea have. That is a stat.
Oh, it's so hard. Ellie, who I do my Friday video with, do subscribe to her channel, Ellie Elizabeth Helenek. She's devastated because she's doing Chelsea content and it's so good. Her knowledge is beyond anything. She just knows her stuff. But to have the same problems again and again in the team and not get any good results is so disheartening.
Can't finish. You just create so many chances and just can't finish them.
Yeah.
And then the other team scores and you just completely bottle it.
So
unbelievable.
if Spurs are Spurs and score early,
I'm
going to be hauling with Maddison.
You've got to fancy Spurs in that. I mean, they're
I know, but
that's gonna.
I think that's gonna be a game where you're away, so you're fine, but probably don't talk to me because I don't think I'm gonna have a good time. Then we've got Saka Newcastle away, McGinn Forest away. McGinn starting, everyone. Woo!
Definitely starting.
Get ready to make that £25 donation because he's gonna get 2 goals and 1 will get disallowed, but it'll still count.
Oh, so that's half.
Yeah.
Right.
£25.
Didn't agree to that, but fine.
And then Salah Luton away. Ooh, captaincy potentially. And then Watkins Forest away and Haaland Bournemouth at home. You can see the captaincy is currently on Haaland for Bournemouth. And judging by how he played today, I think my heart is there. I also really like Haaland at home. He performs a lot better. And I think he's got it now. He's got the rhythm. He's good to go.
Got the rhythm. Nice.
He's got the FPL managers back on his side. He's going, Ollie Watkins, move over.
Can't play United every week though.
I've seen that tweet about 6 times today. Have you seen?
No.
Oh.
No. I thought I was being really original.
Yeah, but Bournemouth, come on, Bournemouth.
Yeah, I mean, he should. I think we saw a comment in the chat from FPL MK. Haaland's sellers will be behind the couch next weekend. I mean, they've got a full week off as well to prepare for this game, and they were brilliant today, absolutely brilliant. You've got to think I mean, if he comes away with anything less than 2 goals in that game, I think we'll be really disappointed. The question is though, I mean, those who haven't got Haaland are obviously going to go for Salah captain, which is a really good fixture as well.
And what has scorned us in the last 2 game weeks before this one, Salah captaincy, people are catching up.
It's really, really hard to know because they're both elite picks, and you're trying to. Even though we've been getting returns, like we had Haaland scored against Brighton last week, we had Salah score this week. The other one has just done better each week, and you can't really complain because all you want is some points to be captain. But
how much do we complain?
We a lot.
We did a walk to Sainsbury's today, and all we were talking about was captaincy.
Well, the thing is, you reverse them round. If we captain Salah for the last 2 games and Haaland this game, it's about 50 points.
I would be. Well, I think the Salah captaincy alone was 48. So it's horror. I was going to say horrendous, then I went to say horrible. But your classic thing with your team is you look at the players that are issues. Now, I've obviously got Destiny flagged.
I think he'll be okay because he had a late fitness test to be ready, and I think by all accounts he nearly made it, but they chose not to take the risk with him. They haven't got a midweek game, so he's got a full week to recover. I assume he's gonna be fine. Whether you want to keep him or not is another thing. But.
I think I'll optimistically bench him because Chelsea are definitely going to score. Manifest that. And then Solanke, I've said it 10,000 times in this video, only got him for 2 fixtures and he was a fun punt. And then the upcoming fixtures, apart from Sheffield United, I don't really want him. He's not a very strong pick. He's averaging 4.1 points per match. Ownership's really low, so it's not going to hurt me if I get rid of him. So I am looking to transfer out Solanke. Now, I've got 2 options. One is to do a transfer where I bring in, say, an Archer, cheap and cheerful, and then I can upgrade elsewhere in my defence. Mm-hmm. Alternatively, I go for a forward that I actually want and another differential because my team here, McGinn, Gordon and Solanke, they're my 3 differentials that I'll actually be excited about.
Yeah.
Do I want to have less stress but less fun by just having Gordon and McGinn? Or do we go spicy?
What's the spicy move?
To know yet.
Good.
So you're here. Whatever one gets the more negative or disbelief from you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably the one that I'll go to.
Okay.
So.
I mean, you mentioned Edouard the other day.
No, I've gone off that. I think I was just having a weird afternoon. Someone that I do really like the look of, but I'm going to have to do some rejigging and I don't think I can physically do it, is Wilson.
Yeah. We
saw him this game week, absolutely smashing it with Isak out. How long is Isak out for?
He's out for a little while, I think. Groin injuries are a funny one as well because you can't take a risk with them. They take quite a while to get over. So, yeah, he's probably out for a little bit.
So I would be quite tempted to go for Wilson, but then I need to save 0.6 million. And where do you see me doing that? Unless I downgrade, I mean, heaven forbid, McGinn to a 4.5.
Well, yeah, you would do McGinn. You would do McGinn out. I think that's, or you would lose one of Burn or Dogie.
I think I'd probably lean towards Burn, but I do like Newcastle's defence, so it would probably have to be McGinn.
The thing with McGinn, if you're benching him at home to Luton, you've got to think there's you're not quite fully on board with him.
Don't try and doubt me.
Don't try to.
I was about to call you John.
Why?
I don't know. I think I've got John McGinn in my head.
Don't doubt me, John.
This is true, and I could just bring in a super cheap midfielder. McAtee! Do you remember I was raving about him and you hated him?
There you go.
And then I'd go McAtee, and then I've still got 0.5 million remaining in the bank, and I could, next game week, upgrade someone in my defence.
Yep.
So that's option one. Bring in Wilson. I don't know if I'm putting too many eggs in one basket with triple Newcastle.
And it is Arsenal next.
It is Arsenal next. But also, they're looking so good. They could win the league. They're on fire at the moment. Let's look at their upcoming fixtures. They then go into Bournemouth away. Then Chelsea, Man U. I mean, we've seen Man U tonight.
Yeah.
It's not really that
It's
inspirational.
in Chelsea. They look tough on paper, but
Let's not. We've done the segment of Chelsea slander, and now we're back in Chelsea fan. Woo. Man U, Everton, and then Spurs. I really like this run of fixtures, and I think Newcastle are just such a strong team. They're going to be able to score against anyone. But then I get a bit worried. I don't know. I get a bit funny about doubling up in that case. But that is option one. Option two, I wanted Trippier, didn't I? So if I try and bring him in,
you would do Solanke to Archer and then Burn to Trippier.
oh God, you are not getting this, are you? About how to build up suspense.
No, I'm not, sorry.
How am I going to save 0.16? No, how am I going to save 1.6 million?
Oh, I don't know. Have a look at the forwards for around.
Maybe I'll
5
take out
million.
Solanke and bring in Archer.
Oh, whoa! Genius.
What a great idea. And then I've still got 0.3 million remaining in the bank. But again, Newcastle's upcoming fixture, they have got Arsenal.
The issue with this is you're playing McGinn every week.
I see no issue with that.
Sorry. The great thing about this move is you get to play McGinn every week.
I mean, no matter what, you still have to donate. So, I mean, Paul John McGinn.
He's doing well.
Forest away, Fulham at home.
He's doing.
And
look
he's
at
had
his
an assist
history.
and a goal.
I know. And look at his history as well. He's doing. He's got
7 points, 5 points. Blanks against Wolves, it's fine. 5 points.
Yeah.
10 points against Everton, home game. We love it. I love John McGinn. Averaging 3.8 points per match. That's going to go up to about 4.7.
So specific.
Sun owners in the mud. Which brings me to probably the more sensible decision. I will admit when I'm wrong, and I think I was wrong. I kept Maddison. I think I should have kept Son. So if we have a look at bringing in Son instead, if I can spell. Need to save 9 million. Solanke out. I mean, I think we've agreed the fact that Solanke needs to go. And then again, we can do the Archer replacement. Archer's ownership must be quite high because I feel like everyone just has him into bench. 9.3%.
I mean, it is high for a player who hasn't scored since Gameweek 4.
Yeah.
But
2.8 average per match.
Yeah,
and I get
terrible.
to keep McGinn if I do this, which is positive stuff. And I've got 1 million remaining in the bank. So then again, if I need to clear up any issues with my defence, I can do that. If I want to upgrade McGinn, Gordon, someone, I can do that. And I think actually this team, I quite like playing a front three. But there's no reason to do so. I can bench Archer, it's absolutely fine. And then the upcoming game week, I'll just bench Destiny, Kabore and Archer. What does make me a little bit concerned, and I always get, I mean, it's a valid criticism, but having a bench that's too strong, I quite often have that, and then you do have benching headaches.
Yeah.
But then if I have players that are out, I mean, what happened to Kabore for you today? Did he get 1 point?
He got 0.
0, stunning.
He played 90 minutes, so.
That is true, that's a win.
Kind of worse in a way, actually, getting 0 when you played 90 minutes.
Yeah, so Kabore and Archer, I think they are great bench warmers, but if I do need to then rely on my bench, I panic a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think probably Son is the way to go in that midfield. I mean,
the thing is, you've got if you do decide McGinn isn't quite doing it for you anymore, which is unlikely but could happen.
You wish.
You could do McGinn to like Matoma 6'5".
Let's chat about Brighton.
Okay.
So, another one I could do, which is a little bit different as well. Solanke out. We could go for Brighton. I think Ferguson. He did well today.
He did.
But you're going to say no.
I'm not going to say no because I always worry about saying no to anything that you say. You're always right. But
Violin.
Ferguson, I think that De Zerbi's comments last week after the Ajax game were that he basically sees Fati and Pedro in the best 11.
Yeah.
Matoma's obviously in the best 11 as well. So that's 3 of the 4 spots on those 3. And then we only have one player who can play on the right wing, which is Adingra.
Yeah.
So he's basically said that Ferguson isn't in his first choice 11.
However, we then were talking about Pedro. Wasn't he benched today?
He was, yeah. And this is the problem, is that people are worried about the roulette of De Zerbi, and this is exactly why. Because
if anything, I feel like Pep's now easier to predict than
he is.
De Zerbi.
Pep hasn't got that many options.
It's true.
His squad isn't that big, whereas Brighton's is. And I just think with Ferguson and Pedro and Fati, they're all competing for that same 2 spots. You never know which 2 are going to play.
Also, you never know.
With Adingra and Matoma, you know they're probably going to start every week.
So, how much faith would you have in Matoma? So, say I was to bring in, downgrade Solanke, then bring in Matoma for McGinn. Would you prefer Brighton's run of fixtures and Matoma having a core part of the attack?
Yeah.
That's an interesting.
I mean, I've got Adingra, but if I had the money to spend on Matoma, I would pay it. He's a better option than Adingra. He's more established. He's had nearly a full season now in the league. He's kind of key to everything. So he's the one to go for. The thing is with Ferguson, when Ferguson plays, I think he could do really well. And
I really like Ferguson.
But like,
it was interesting though. Was it Ferguson when we went to the Brighton game and he was just doing nothing?
Yeah.
He just looked completely
off
flat.
Yeah.
And then that happened for a couple of game weeks.
Yeah.
It's so hard because I think with Brighton's run of fixtures coming up, they are the obvious, like, why hasn't everyone got triple Brighton? But it is that roulette. You just don't know who you're going to get from starting 11.
I think the best 3 from Brighton, to me, by far, are Adingra, Matoma and Estepinian when he's back.
Yeah, I miss having him. I was like, he's nailed in my team
He
for the
should
season.
be back next week, so he's another potential option for you if you've got a bit of money, to upgrade a defender. Say Adogie's out for a bit longer, or
and if I can't afford Trippier, then I've still got that very solid player getting the attacking returns. Fun fact: we thought that when I can never pronounce his name, Estepinian.
I think it's a stupid. I literally just said it wrong. I was like, God damn it.
When he got sent off, we thought it was because he scored that own goal, and then he was out for weeks with an injury. We were like,
He wasn't sent off. He was subbed.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, he actually did have an injury, and we have no other left back in the squad. So we need him back desperately.
It's a real shame because Brighton have started off so well this season. It's just, and you don't just get beaten, you get battered.
So true. I can't believe we drew with Fulham today.
Sorry, look at Ralph's face.
Is he alright?
I think he's so tired. I just wanted to bring up, so we still do have the chat from when we attempted to live stream. So we have here, very impressive, got 88 points when the bonuses, and Neto off the bench happens. Super happy with that. Really, really impressive. But Neto, what a shame. 8 attacking returns in a row, and then it looks like that hamstring is...
It's gone.
It's gone. So,
I mean, it sucks for us playing the game, least importantly, because he's a good option, and Wolves are improving, and I think he looks great. And
there was a point where I was because my dilemma when I did my wild card was Gordon or Neto. Yeah. And then when we were watching that Wolves game, I thought, actually, there could be something here. I think I might do a Gordon to Neto transfer if Gordon continues. He's had one bad week. Yeah. But if it's looking quite bad. And then that happens, and I felt really bad. I think it was Neil tweeted me, and he was like, I'm so happy. I was picking between Neto and Gordon, and Neto's done this, and it's doing really well. 5 minutes later, the injury happened.
And they've got Sheffield United next.
Yeah.
It's the best fixture they could have. And for him as well, playing at the top he's probably ever played in the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just you're running onto a ball and your hamstring just goes. I mean, there's nothing you can do. But it's no one's fault. It's just a horrible... It's
devastating.
It is. It really
and then being able to work out when you're coming back as well. It must be... I think mentally, it must be such a challenge.
I hate things like that.
But then also everyone had Neto last season.
Yeah.
This season
I know.
Not really in the template. I mean, I think... So overall, of the transfer suggestions we've discussed, I think the Son upgrade and Solanke downgrade is probably the most sensible, but I feel it's the most boring.
It's really interesting that you're thinking of bringing Son back.
I was wrong.
Yeah, it's just Spurs' fixtures aren't the best.
No, but then I wonder, like Son. I think last week I did a lot of research for reasons why I should justify taking out Son, and everything I found was actually I think he's fixture proof. Like I think he's. But then I suppose Spurs do have that thing: if they don't score early in a match, they suddenly flop, and then I mean.
I think the question is, and the answer might be to do it, but is there another transfer you could make that's going to get you more points, like taking out a player with bad fixtures? Like, you know, Solanke or McGinn, or upgrading to like a Matoma, or getting in Trippier or something that is going to get you more points than Maddison. Like, how much difference is there going to be between Maddison and Son?
And this was my justification for keeping Maddison, because I thought, well, at least I've still got a piece of that Spurs. Like it's similar with people taking out Haaland but having Alvarez.
Yeah.
At least hopefully you're hedging your bets.
True, but I think there's a lot more in it between Haaland and Alvarez.
I agree. We saw that today.
I mean, Son Maddison this week, it was 4 points. Mm-hmm. That's not a disaster when you consider Son's quite a lot more money.
Also, I'm so annoyed with myself because I wasn't even that fussed about Son.
No.
It's just, a game week when he was in my team, and I went, oh, he's quite good.
Yeah. It's tricky because I think, if I look at your team, I think this is missing Son. But would I use my 2 free transfers? You're in a strong position with 2 free transfers. Would I use those to bring back Son? I don't think I would, given Spurs' run. So
I think my dilemma probably more then is: do I do the upgrade from Burn to Trippier and spend that much money on the defender, hopeful that he'll carry on hoovering up bonus points? But I think the more fun part of me wants to do Solanke to someone that I'm going to be starting. But then I just don't know the forward options that I think. I mean, the Wilson one was quite fun.
I liked the Wilson one, and I liked, potentially going for Matoma.
But then the issue with Wilson is when Isak comes back, are we then going to have the rotation battle?
Yes, but you would Wilson is a fairly easy downgrade to someone else.
Yeah.
Because he's quite a lot of money. And
I also think it's like when I was raving about Trossard, who has been like fairly quiet.
Mm.
But they're not a minute's... what's the word? Words, help.
What?
They just come on. They can come on at like 80 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, a chaos transfer that I think is actually quite up my street. Darwin.
Yeah.
I think that's a really, really fun one, and we saw he was great today. 7.4 million. So I need to save 2 million somewhere. I mean,
I like that.
Could do McGinn, or can I downgrade?
What about Adogi to Simicast?
Oh, but then I've got triple Liverpool.
Yeah, but they've got Luton next.
That's interesting. All the eggs in one basket.
I really like that. I really like that move.
The computer keeps on telling me I'm spelling it wrong. 0.1 million remaining in the bank.
I really like that.
Oh, guys, Ralph's up.
That's big, because then you play Cash, Simicast, Gahey. That's a strong defence this week.
No, you know where this is going.
Burton hat-trick.
McGinn bench.
Yes. It is going. I don't know. Well,
I think Gordon.
You could risk, benching Gordon at Arsenal and playing McGinn.
I really like this.
I really like that.
And Darwin is a player.
That's chaos.
Yeah. But the upside. I should probably take this comment off. we're very. Someone scored 88 points.
Yeah.
We're delighted.
That's half the stream just with that one. That's how delighted we are.
Oh, this is interesting.
What's Liverpool's fixtures after Luton?
I was just doing this left-handed, which is why it's clicking gently.
Brentford, that's all right. Man City, that's tough. Fulham, Sheffield United, that's good. That's a good 4. That's a good 4 and 5.
Mm.
I like that.
What's how many points is Darwin averaging at the moment? This is fun. 5.1 points per match.
Yeah, got attacking returns in his last 4 starts. No, 4 games he's played in.
I'm tempted. Right, guys, let me know in the comments below what you would lean towards. Don't suggest transferring out McGinn because I will block you. No, I won't. No, if you've got a better replacement, I do understand. I think upgrading McGinn to Matoma does seem like a very sensible option. And Matoma is nailed, and we can take advantage of Brighton's delightful upcoming fixtures. I think this is a really fun one, and this is probably the one that I'm the most excited about, but there are other options out there, so do let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We went over 4,500.
Woo!
Woo! Which is really exciting. Honestly, I get so excited. I'll send you a screenshot, won't I? I'm like, woo, getting 6 subscribers.
It's lovely.
So thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed. If you haven't yet, please do. We will try our best to do a live stream. I will try and do a solo one next Sunday because you're away. But we will see, because I'll have to set that up on my own, and I'm not sure quite how capable I am yet.
Yeah, let us know if you enjoy the duo. Because Sunday nights, I think if we're both just watching football all day, which we normally are, let's be honest, I think jumping on a live stream and things is quite nice.
Yeah, and tonight's
something I've never done before.
Yeah, tonight's been a bit of a shame because we really like the banter with everyone in the chats. I mean, you've already... We had... Poor Az actually did quite well this week. And then, where is it? Az has had an absolute singer of a weekend in FPL.
I finally had a decent week and I'm still getting abuse.
And then we had... Can't wait to hear what Az has to say on McGinn. So it's really nice that we're just kind of building up like this rapport with everyone. I really enjoy it, and it's good as well because I think you and I can get quite pigeonholed.
I love a live stream.
Honestly. I love a live stream.
You guys make it all worthwhile. I know you can't hear us because this isn't live.
I know this one. No one, our regular viewers won't even watch.
No.
No, if you do normally tune into live streams, do drop a comment below because we are recognising names as well. But this has been the longest outro in the world. Ralph's knackered. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we will see you live next Sunday. I will be uploading my team selection later on in this week, probably on Wednesday or Thursday. So hit the notification button so you don't forget that. And I will see you in the next video.